decided that I wanted to do Vlogtober, where you basically make a video every single day. I'm really excited about it. I haven't vlogged in a while. So I feel like I've been kind of like pretending that it's been October for the past half of September. I actually didn't have that great of a September. That's kind of why I wasn't vlogging. I was feeling really depressed and not really in control of my life. So we don't really need to go into that. But I actually had kind of a good end of September, maybe because it was sort of like leaking into October. But sort of the last weekend of September was just like awesome. It was just like a sort of a last minute decision, but I went with a friend to Nighthawk Cinemas, which was the first time I've been there. If you haven't been there, you should totally go. It's in Brooklyn. I think just off like the Bedford L train stop, and I had never been before, and like literally floored the moment I got in there. So I walked in, remember I was feeling really cute. I was like walking into the theater, and then suddenly there's like all this like 90s grunge playing, and I was like, what is this? And it just, I don't know, there's like this vibe that night. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of nostalgic, but like not a nostalgia that you really have, and sort of the whole cinema has that feeling. So we went and saw Vampire Hunter D because they were having a midnight sort of series of like classic anime. I'd never seen Vampire Hunter D. It was really funny. It was kind of strange. But, so like the movie was okay, but there's just the cinema itself, it just blew my mind, right? Because it's not just like a normal cinema, it is a kind of like artsy. They have a lot of indie films, but like the main draw is that there's a bar attached, so we got to like talk nerdy like before, and it was so fun. We were talking about anime before, and then when you sit down in the theater, it's not a normal theater. You have like sort of like there's a lot of space between the like rows, and then you sit down and there's like a little table, and you have paper and a pen to like write down stuff, because they like bring food to you like tiny fairy people. So you like write down what you want from the menu right when the movie's kind of starting, and then they like run through the rows and like pick up all your orders, and then sort of 15 minutes into the movie they start bringing stuff out, and it's just like, it's like being waited on a bunch of like tiny gremlin people that just pop up out of the earth and like are like, here's your meal. It's really great. I don't know, I guess I really like being waited on. It was really nerdy. I love it. And you can get like burgers there. You can probably get like ribs. I don't know. They have like homemade chocolate. Firstborn. I don't know. What do you want? They'll conjure it up for you. What else happened? Oh. I went to IKEA. IKEA is always fun. I went with a bunch of friends to IKEA. We ate the Swedish meatballs. It was great. But I also bought this guy. It's like a sleep aid, but like this isn't even like the best part of it. What's happening? Look at this guy, and he changes color, and it's amazing. I like that he's just mean and soulless looking and glows, and then he glows like a red. I think it won't show up though. Wow. After IKEA, I went on this like epic journey because I was just like, I'm gonna fit as much stuff into this weekend as humanly possible. So I got, and you don't know, IKEA is in like the depths of Brooklyn. It's like really hard to get to via any train. Like, get on a train, take it all the way into Manhattan, and get just in time for another anime showing sort of around 44th Street. And so I'm trying to like back up a little bit. So that was the night of the like elusive blood moon, right? Like blood moon eclipse, like it sounds like an anime, right? So this was happening, right? Sort of the witchiest thing that you could ever imagine was happening, and I was so excited, right? It only happened every like, I don't know, I've heard a few different things, like every 20 years, every 40 years. It's not gonna happen again for a really long time, right? There's supposed to be like oceans were supposed to like take over the city. Religious people were like, it's the second coming. Some people were like, it's the second coming. Some people said it was like hell breaking open. It's a bad omen. It's a thing. Those things are never like good omens. No one's ever like, cool, an eclipse means we're gonna have a good crop this year. No, it's always a bad omen. So I like to think it was a good omen. Anyway, so stoked to have this like beautiful magical moment with my roommates on our roof. And you know what? I miss the blood moon. That's it. I miss the coolest, most pre-Halloween Eve, I guess like October Eve event of like this half of a century. I missed it. And do you know what I was doing? Do you know what I was doing? I was watching Yaoi. I was watching Yaoi. I was watching boys make out. Cartoon boys were making out. I watched that instead of watching the blood moon. It was not my fault. Started late. I thought I was gonna plan it. It's kind of it, right? Could you imagine if I had seen the blood moon? No, I mean, I don't regret a single thing. I don't regret missing the blood moon. Who knows? Who knows? But you know, I missed the blood moon because I was watching underage cartoon boys making out in a French boys boarding school scenario. Not even a little ashamed. Maybe a little ashamed. But that happened. If you're interested, it was actually Actually, am I in trouble? I guess I didn't realize it, but I guess they were underage. But they're cartoons. Like, I don't know, now I feel a little weird. Now I feel a little weird about that. But it's like a classic yaoi title, right? It's The Song of the Wind and the Trees, right? It was a manga. I think the manga came out in like the 70s. The animated version came out in the 80s, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm just kind of like pulling that out of my hat of terrible memories. And it's basically about these like two boys in a French boarding school who have kind of this weird relationship. I mean, that's why I really like it, is like, it's not like, oh, you're the love of my life and I'm finding out about myself. Like one of the boys, Gilbert, this is like, well, a hot name, Gilbert, or they pronounce it like Gilbert, which I guess anything in French sounds great. Anything French with like spoken in Japanese sounds pretty great to me, but in English it's Gilbert. Anyways, but like Gilbert already knows who he is. You know, he is like out and proud, and then sort of like all the boys are like in love with him, and then his roommate is like a piano guy and kind of is in love with him, but is super closeted and like, I don't know. There's really no resolution in this, but the animation is beautiful, and Gilbert is like the most amazing tease. Again, realizing now while I'm talking to you that he is really underage. So now I'm blushing. I got feelings about this now. I gotta go process them. Shit happens. Alright, so I'm gonna be talking to you every single day, so I'm just gonna cut it off right here. Hopefully I'll make sure to like film in better lighting and maybe take you guys out on some adventures, or I don't know, some really awkward camera holding while I do stuff. So peace, and I will talk to you soon. Happy October, you guys! So excited. I don't know what that was. Okay, bye.